right, Mason, my man, you're up. You and your team in your branch had a record-breaking year, and I would imagine that a lot of that success came as a result of the recent refinance boom. What are you and your team doing now to ensure that you not only maintain the massive volume that you're currently doing, but maybe push past that to actually increase the volume that you did last year?
Yeah, I think 2020 provided a lot of challenges, but a lot of opportunities. And where we really focused our effort last year was refining some things that we'd already been doing in terms of our online presence. We shifted our focus from more of a one-on-one and in-person consultative approach to leveraging technology to be able to not only expand our market, but just expand our reach. And with that came, new introductions, new people that we got to partner with, but also just, rapid growth, the ability to scale your business and do so. So within that, we focused very much on how our presence was online and how our presentation was. We wanted to honor the core values of my business, which are honesty, integrity, and transparency, but figure out and crack the code on how to convey that in a screen-to-screen setting. What we've done from there is really focused in on making sure that both my team and my office are extremely organized and allowing them to connect as often as possible without getting too caught up in all the reactive nature that 2020 brought to us. I feel that a big piece of 2020, at least in our industry, was reacting to the constant changes, not only with loan programs changing, clients that were unfortunately experiencing job loss, uncertainty in the market as a whole, you name it, right? We were just kind of always counterpunching to what was going on. So we've really shifted our focus at the end of last year, knowing that we could handle that kind of volatility and figuring out how we could become more proactive in our approach to continue to add value. So, for 2021 and beyond, we've set some big goals. We don't want the market to dictate what we can do and how many people we can serve.
Right.
We understand that there are things outside of our control, right? I'm a big believer in CIA. What can you control, what can you influence, and what can you accept? And if you understand those parameters and what you're doing, you can typically create a successful strategy. So for us, it's really focused on making sure that we're constantly adding value for our clients, making sure that we're honoring the partnerships and the referrals that we receive, and then figuring out how overall we can shift that experience digitally but still make it a very positive thing for our clients.
Love that. You guys are absolutely killing you guys' answers. Now you see why I invited these guys.
A lot of pressure over here.
No, this is great. I love that.
Thank you.
I love everything about that. The big question I would have is there anything specifically in the realm of storytelling when it comes to being on social media, maybe perhaps using picture, maybe perhaps using video, that you think would be beneficial for your audience, meaning your past, current, and future clients to know about you personally or about your team or your branch?
Well, the thing that we've seen, and the studies tell you, right, the modern buyer, they want a wealth of information and resources, but they also want a trusted advisor, right? They want someone to help walk them through the process, and we've focused on that for a number of years. What I've seen, and I don't know about the panel and what they've experienced, was in 2020, that lack of human interaction put people on edge, right? And it really put people in a position where, as adversity would strike, because it's not a perfect process, right? Buying a home is a human thing, it's an organic process, and things will occur. And what we felt was really strong reactions to moments of adversity that in the past would be an easy phone call or a quick check-in kind of thing. So what we've tried to do in our social media and our online presence is not lose sight of the human element, right? Not lose sight of the fact that, we are people as well.
Sure.
Right? Like, we have families, we have lives, we can partner together. I'm a big believer in partnership. I talk about that with my clients often. Like, I want to partner with you to accomplish a goal, right? And I try to set that tone because they have a lot of things going on, right? There's a lot of other stressors that go on, and home buying is just a fluid 25, 30-day process. And there will be some adversity outside of what we're doing and potentially inside of what we're doing during that time.
Yeah.
But if we can really partner and keep in mind the fact that we're all just people here, right? We're buying a house, right? We're not creating vaccines. We're not solving a lot of the societal issues that we've dealt with as a country. We're just simply buying a home.
Yeah.
Let's not lose sight of that, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we try to convey in our online presence as well. And we look to professionals like yourself and other companies to help us do that.
Love that. Any other questions?
What's one thing you stopped doing and started doing instead in 2020?
Yeah, great question. We started our online consultations in 2018. We stopped asking people to come in person in 2020, obviously because of the pandemic. But we also stopped some of the more automated, like email and drip campaign pieces. We felt like we were putting ourselves in the same boat with a lot of online lenders and or resources where, I make the example, like I bought a new car last year and I shopped around a little bit and all of a sudden I had, car ads hitting my email address every single day. I was like, look, I already bought the car. Like you don't even know that because you've never even talked to me. Yeah. So we stopped a lot of our automated, just kind of touch-base campaigns, and we got back to really being intentional about our phone work. We check in with our buyers every 2 weeks on the phone. Our update calls throughout our process. Just again, the human element of, hey, we're here for you. It's not just an online email that you're pinging that goes to a system that follows up with you. It's actually a person, and we want to make sure that you're feeling good and comfortable throughout that process.
That is an incredible point for those of you who are currently marketing, who are thinking about marketing. It's so incredibly important to remember that you're marketing, or that you should act like you're marketing to human beings, because guess what? You are. And so definitely have a human element and keep that in mind, that you are in fact marketing to human beings. Do you guys have any other questions?
I do. Who do you turn to for kind of like business guidance?
Yeah, I've been fortunate in my past 10 years. I've leveraged a few different coaching communities and platforms. I work with a company called Southwestern Consulting. I can give a plug for them later, but they, unlike a lot of what I've found in the industry from a coaching perspective that's really tactic and strategy based, they are more mindset and leadership focused. And they do have some great sales tactics and modules that we leverage within our branch and with our sales force. But for myself, and for the last 3.5 years now, I've focused strictly at the executive leadership side of things, and how to make sure that, again, I say it often, but how I'm adding value. How can I be someone that when you leave a conversation with me, you feel like that was a quality conversation that moved you in the direction you wanted to go.
Wow, so much value. Well, on that note, you guys, we're going to take a short break and we'll come right back. Stay tuned for more.